are your #1 online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight. This is Power 365 Radio.
Beautiful afternoon to everyone streaming the platform of Power 365 FM right now. My name is James Oluwaturotimi Aremo. It's time to talk sport once again. This is Sport R. Coming to you live from the stable and platform of Power 365 FM. The biggest and best online platform as we speak. The city of Ibadan. In fact, take it to Oyo State, take it to the southwest, take it to Nigeria, and take it to Africa. Alright, let's kickstart the show from the Olympics. Talking about the Olympics, the Federation of International Basketball Association (FIBA) said Nigeria's Tigress superb display of the 2024 Olympic Games will linger for a long time. Our Wakama side bowed out for the women's basketball event to holders USA. The game resulted in 88-74 points on Wednesday night. The Tigress defeated world number 3 Australia and world number 5 Canada in the group stage. They made history as the first African team to play in an Olympic quarter-final female or female category. According to FIBA, fascinating run that we will remember for a long time. Nigeria, you are leaving Paris on the highest note. It was according to FIBA, their ex-handle, previously known as Twitter. We're still talking about the Olympics. Nigeria sprinter Favour Philly has shifted her focus to the women's 4x100-meter relay after finishing 6th in the women's 200-meter final at the Paris 2024 Olympics. Favour Philly, who competed from lane 9 at 22.24 seconds, 0.04 seconds behind bronze medalist Whitney Brown of the USA. The 21-year-old took to social media to express her thought on the race. According to her, she says, I tried to be mentally ready, regardless of the shocking news. I took a few days back, giving my all from lane 9. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Philly also thanked her coach, Sheva, for support during the competition. According to her, she says, "Thank you, Coach Sheva. Having you around made everything a lot easier for me. Despite the disappointment, Ophelia remains focused on the upcoming 4x100 meter relay event. Next is 4x100. Oh God," declares, signaling a determination to secure a medal for Team Nigeria. Alright, talking about latest results from the Olympics. Team Nigeria reaches quarterfinal in canoeing of the ongoing Olympic Games. Ayomide Power Bello and Beauty Akinere Otuedo will qualify for the quarterfinal of the women's canoes single 200-meter each. Beauty took 5th in each one section, while Bello took 6th in each 3 section. While Nigeria's cadet of Alaba Akintola favor Ashe, Oshioriche Ishekiri and Koinsola Ajayi finished 7th in the men's 4x100-meter heat with a season best of 38.20 seconds. South Africa grabbed an automatic spot in the final, finishing 2nd in a season best of 37.94 seconds, with USA winning the race in 37.47 seconds. After a proper beating, Odunayo Adekroye left Algeria's Chima, who is injured in their women's 57 kg round of 16 bout, the clear winner before normal time, and advances to the quarterfinal. According to this same story, Nigeria's Odunayo Folashade Adekuroye lost her quarterfinal women's wrestling 57 kg fight, narrowly missing out on a place in the semi-final. Odunayo had won a second round fight to Foizia by VIN, talking about victory by injury. She was looking good in the quarterfinal against China's Xing Ong, leading 4-0 at some point. But the witty Ong came fighting back, scoring 8 points in quick succession, and eventually winning the fight 10-8. Still talking about the results emanating from the Olympics. Well, Nigeria will win one of. Let's not forget that it's a Brume Ruth Usoro and Resna Ochonogo are still in the women's long jump final. They will participate in the women's long jump final. And we have Rafiatullah. Wow, will be participating in the weightlifting. In news from our neighboring country, Ghana. Ghana has been disqualified for making the baton change outside the zone in the first leg. Wow. Alright, talking about 400-meter event, competing against the world record holder in the 400-meter hurdle semi-final. It was a valuable experience for Nigerian record holder Ike Nathaniel. It was a stacked semi-final hit for the Olympics debutant, but he didn't allow that to sway him from executing his race strategy. Having delivered a good performance at the Paris 2024 Olympics, Nathaniel plans to take a well-deserved break. He humorously mentioned that for the rest of the year, he will only be answering calls about money, not sport. Yeah, that was according to Ezekiel Nathaniel. Alright, Nigeria's Edosi Ibadan missed out on a place in the semi-finals of the men's 800 meter. begin campaigning in the 4x100-meter relay of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games today, having been drawn in its 1 and 2 of the men's and women's category, with the latter having a seemingly more difficult route to the final. The Nigerian men's team, comprising Favour Ashe, Nelson Ogbene Brume, Manisola Ajayi, Udodi Owuzurike, Ushe Orishe Ishekiri, and Babakitola. I already gave you the result of that, but the women's team of Favour Philly, Tima God Bless, and Rosemary Chukuma, Olajide Olayinka, and Justina Ekpegbeyon fancy their chances of progressing to the next stage, winning in lane 4 against Trinidad and Tobago. They are second, and Spain coming third, with Netherlands 5th, France 6th, Great Britain 7th, and Canada 8th, Jamaica 9th. Talking about the lanes, this is the Nigerian men. Alright, quickly let's talk about Tomi Amuson, women's 100-meter hurdles. Women's 100-meter hurdles world record holder Tomi Amuson is confident of securing. She says she's confident of securing a medal in the event at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, after failing to do so in previous 2 editions in 2016 and 2020 in Rio and Tokyo, respectively. The 27-year-old made his mission statement. Mission statement after she qualified for the semi-final on Wednesday, that was yesterday, breaking the little sweat as she ran 12.49 seconds to beat USA Alicia Johnson, who was second in 12.61 seconds, and Janet Brown third in 12.84 seconds. Amuson was in high spirit after perfectly exacting the first round race. According to her, she said, "The first time I came as an Olympian, I was like 18 or 19. The second time, I think I was a little bit experienced, but I didn't get on the podium. This time, I think it's my season." That was according to Tobi Amuson. Well, talking about Ogazi, the 400-meter semis were challenging for Samuel Ogazi, but it's true to have made it to the final. He shared that he has been working towards this moment and reaching the final among the top 8 in the world, a significant achievement for both him and Nigeria. Ogazi is the first Nigerian athlete in 36 years to qualify for the 400-meter final at the Olympic Games. Talking about Ese Okpasheraye was not as lucky in the women's carrying track cycling after she finished 6th in A1 of the event on Wednesday. She finished with a time of 13.108, losing out on an automatic spot in the quarterfinal. Okpasheraye have another chance. She will now be competing in the rapid charge round. No Nigeria had ever qualified for the cycling event at the Olympics, not until Okpasheraye came along. He is the first Nigerian ever to compete in cycling at the Olympic Games. Alright, Nigeria's chances in the wrestling event also suffered a dent on Wednesday, with Christiana Ogunsoya losing a second round bout in the women's freestyle of 53 kg. Ogunsoya was trailing 3-1 in the second half against Mongolia Kulan Kuyak, who was better on the day, taking a VFA, talking about victory by 4 over a Nigeria opponent. Chinaycherem looks to return stronger. Nnamdi Chinaycherem is focusing on the positives despite the disappointment of not making it to the final of the men's javelin throw at his debut Olympics. According to him, he says, I promise the next one will not be the same. I'm definitely going to qualify for the next final. My face is going to be there, he said. The African Games champion plans to take a long break to rejuvenate and seek medical attention to come back stronger. I'm talking about Ibadi's 800-meter chances hanging, competing in his first Olympic Games. Nigeria's Edose Ibadi finished 6th in Heat 2 of men's 800 meters, clocking a time of 1.46.56, with French athlete Gabriel Tual taking the victory in 1.45.13. Ireland's Mark English came in second with a time of 1.45.13, ahead of Botswana Shepsio Masalela, who was third in 1.45.58. The body will return for the repechage round to fight for another chance into the semi-finals. Okay, before we talk about the Olympics on the foreign scene, let's head back to football and talk about Nigerian footballers applying their trade abroad. Alright, transfer football expert Fabrizio Romano has confidently stated that Victor Osimhen will not take a pay cut to facilitate his move to Chelsea. The Italian intends that Chelsea's pursuit of the Napoli striker could allegedly go down to the final week of the transfer window. The Blues are in their need of a striker capable of guaranteeing them goals, and with less than 2 weeks until the start of the new Premier League season, they have intensified new search. Chelsea are reportedly closing in on a deal for Atletico Madrid attacker Samu Omorodion, but the London club are also heavily being linked with Osimhen, with the Super Eagles forward said to be ranking prominently on their wish list to lead their line during the 2024-2025 campaign. Nigeria international has emerged as one of the most sought-after strikers in Europe, having been linked with moves to Chelsea, Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United, and Liverpool, among others. However, his FT £130 million release clause has scared off many suitors, with PSG, the only European club, still keen on signing him. Even as at that, PSG will need to let go of Goncalo Ramos or Randakolo Mane. There has been talk of potential swap deal involving Romelu Lukaku, as Chelsea are unlikely to be in a position of activating the release clause of £113 million in his Napoli contract. Osimhen is Serie A's earner at around £325,000 a week. He signed a new contract with Napoli in the latter charges of last year, but is expected to leave the club before the transfer window closes. But according to Romano, Osimhen is not willing to accept a big cost to move to Stamford Bridge, and a potential transfer for the Nigerian could go down to the final week of the window. Alright, let's talk about Siri Desas. Siri Desas says it does not have to answer its critics after scoring what could prove to be a pivotal equalizer in Rangers' pursuit of the Champions League group stage. Despite scoring 22 goals in his debut campaign at Ibrox, the Nigerian forward has been a much maligned figure during his time in Scotland. That theme was carried into the start of this season as the 29-year-old missed chances in Saturday's goalless draw with head of Midlothian, and then Tuesday's Champions League first leg qualifying tie with Dynamo Kiev. Odessa kept a cool head to net a 94th minute leveler in Lublin and reacted to the dramatic final by saying it would be nice to get more recognition. As a striker, you have to believe. That was when this was when Siri Desas was having a chat with BBC Scotland. Siri Desas recognizes there are always reactions from the media and a small part of the support, but the striker feels a lot of love from a bigger part of the fan base. There have been calls for Philip Clement to find an upgrade of a Nigerian if he is to guide the Ibrox side to a Scottish Premiership title. Meanwhile, Nigeria teammate the Balogun has jumped to the defense of the striker, backing him to deliver this season. Alright, talking about Victor Osimhen. Okay, we've talked about that already. Well, according to journalist Miguel Delani, he says Chelsea are edging closer to signing Victor Osimhen from Napoli. According to Miguel Milani, he said that although talks have been complicated, a breakthrough is not in sight. So let's see what happens before the end of the day. If a deal is going to be successful between Victor Osimhen, between Napoli and Chelsea, and also involving Victor Osimhen's camp. All right, quickly let me bring this from the MPL4. The Federation International Football Association (FIFA) has lifted its ban on Nigeria Premier Football League side Katsina United. Katsina United are banned from registering new players following a pay dispute with a former player of the club. FIFA took the decision after the player Mamadou Sule Salamon confirmed the receipt of his outstanding salaries from the club. Katsina United have boosted their squad with addition of 4 new players. The Changé boys are expected to bring in more new players before the start of the campaign. Katsina United will take on Plateau United in their first game of the new season. And they should be able to register new players. Alright, quickly, let's talk about other sport, then we'll move to the foreign scene. Talking about the mixed martial arts, MMA. Undisputed heavyweight champion Francis the Predator Ngannou will return to MMA for the world title fight of the year against FPL heavyweight champion Fernand Ferreira on October 19th. In a statement issued yesterday, Wednesday, by the Professional Fighters League (FPL), it was announced that Ngannou, who has competed in MMA in 2022, has been focusing on boxing, with a notable fight against Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia. However, the baddest man on the planet is now turning his attention back to MMA, where he will face his toughest test in the form of towering Brazilian Ferreira. The greatest women's MMA fighter of all time, Chris Cyborg, will face 2-time PFL champion, talking about Larissa Pacheco, in the co-main event of the PFL PPV Super Fight, which will be broadcast on all social media platforms, talking about the USA and DAZN worldwide. Because speaking about the challenge of his opponent ahead of his fight, Ngannou said, "Renan is a great fighter. I've been watching him for years. I've been studying him for years. In fact, I've been telling people to watch this guy. He's quite unique, athletic and fast. His size doesn't impress me as much as his skills." That was according to Francis Ngannou. Well, Bilal Muhammad, the newly crowned UFC welterweight champion, has set his sight on a potential bout with former champion Kamaru Usman for his first title defense. Bilal Muhammad, who recently defeated Leon Edwards at UFC 304 to claim the championship, has expressed his eagerness to defend his title promptly. A contrast to many fighters who often take a hiatus after reaching the pinnacle. Muhammad attended UFC Abu Dhabi this past weekend and reflecting on his victory in Manchester, mentioned 2 possible contenders for his first defense. According to Bilal Muhammad, he says any of them, right? Kamaru Usman, obviously, I think for the legacy, he's one of the biggest names in the division. He's under GSP. I think he's still got a threat in the tires, even though he lost the close fight to Leon and then the really close fight to Kamzat. Yeah, that's Kamzat Chimae. Despite Usman's recent losses, Muhammad acknowledges his name value and legacy in the division, saying, "I think the name value, he has the biggest name, but I also want to fight the Boogey Man. The Boogey Man that everybody says can beat anybody. He's gonna walk through anybody. I knew after beating Leon, he would say, well, Shafkat will walk through him. He can't do that to Shafkat. He's just gonna keep doing it. Dana White, you have to give him the time and date and ready to go. This was according to Belal Mohammed. Through some challenging words to either Kamaru Usman or Kamza Chimaev or beat Dana White. Alright, Nigeria international player talking about Kelechi Iheanacho says he can't wait to play alongside former Manchester City teammate Jesus Navas as Sevilla announced the signing of the 27-year-old after signing a 2-year deal with the Andalusian club on a free transfer following the expiration of his contract with Leicester City at the end of last season. Iheanacho spent 2 seasons at Manchester City with Jesus Navas. Both players left the Citizens in 2017, with the 38-year-old Spaniard rejoining his boyhood club after Iheanacho moved to East Midlands, England. The duo is now set to reunite at the Ramos Sanchez Stadium for the 2024-2025 season. And Iheanacho said he was eager to play with the Spaniard again. Last season, Iheanacho played majorly fringe roles in the Foxes' return to the English Premier League, scoring 6 goals and providing 3 assists in 26 appearances. However, he handed a major role in Sevilla with Yusuf Enesri departing the club. But Iheanacho stated that he was focused on winning trophies with the club. But Iheanacho could make his La Liga debut in their first game of the season against Las Palmas on the 16th of August, which is a Friday. But back to Olympic, Rafiatou Lawal will today kickstart Nigeria's campaign for the weightlifting event of the 2024 Olympic Games, competing in the women's 59 kg weight class at the Saint-Paris Arena in France. Rafiatou Lawal qualified for the Olympics after getting the needed point in various championships she attended, and will make her Olympic debut at this edition. The 27-year-old lifter is a 2-time African Games champion in 2019 and 2023 in Morocco and Ghana respectively, as well as a Commonwealth Games champion in Birmingham 2022. She will compete against 10 other weightlifters from around the globe. The medals at stake in women's 59 kg. The weightlifter will be up against reigning Olympic champion and China's Chong In-Sin-Kuo, 30 years of age, a bronze medalist at the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. Also, Shi Fangluo of China, who are just 23 years old, is the current world record holder in the weight class with a lift of 248 kg. Is another strong contender Nigeria will face. Speaking with Nigeria Wrestling Federation (NWF) media, Lawal said she hopes to make the most of her Olympic debut. The president of the NWF, Dr. Ibrahim Abdul, charged Lawal to go all out and aspire to finish in the medal zone. Alright, Olympics on the foreign scene. There are 4 players to watch in Olympics men's football final. Let's talk about them one by one. As the sport's very biggest stars may be missing from Olympics men's football tournament, while others have stepped up to make an impact over the last 2 weeks. Let's start with Crystal Palace striker Jean-Philippe Mateta. The Brazilian 27-year-old Crystal Palace striker scored 16 goals in the Premier League last season, scoring 14 in his last 16 appearances. Despite those impressive statistics, he was never likely to be called up as a full French squad for Euro 2024, but coach Thierry Henry chose him to lay the line at the Olympics, and Mateta has had a big impact. His tally of 4 goals has been bettered only by the 6 of Morocco's Sofiane Raimi. All of Mateta's strikes have come in the last 3 matches. He's won in the 3-0 win over New Zealand in the final group game. That was also followed by the winner of the quarter-final game against Argentina with a terrific near-post header at the corner, and then a crucial break in the semi-final against Egypt as France came from behind to win 3-1 after extra time. Another player you all should watch out for is Femi Lopez. But the last year has seen Barcelona attacking midfielder Lopez, just 21 years of age, enjoy a remarkable rise to prominence. He has established himself as a regular for his club, scoring 11 goals in 42 appearances, including one in a Clásico game against Real Madrid. Lopez then made the Spain squad for Euro 2024 and made one appearance on their run to glory in Germany. He came straight from there to the Olympics, where he has started all of Spain matches except defeat by Egypt in their final group game, when qualification for knockout stage had already been secured. Lopez, a native of Andalusia, scored 4 goals on Spain's run to the final, including a brilliant burst in the quarter-final against Japan and the equalizer in the semi-final against Morocco. He then set up Juan Luis Sanchez winner in that game, and France will need to find a way of stopping him if they are to win gold on Friday. That's tomorrow. Another player you should watch out for is Michael Olise. It will surely not be long before Olise is caught up by Didier Deschamps to the full French national team. He has been a constant menace for opponents on the right wing for France at the Olympics, from where he has scored 2 goals, including the killer third in the semi-final against Egypt. He also set up the equalizer in that game with an explosive run from deep. Olise, just 22 years of age, came to the Olympics fresh from joining Bayern Munich from Crystal Palace for a reported 60 million euros, that's $65.6 million. That was after he scored 10 goals in 19 games in the Premier League last season. A former member of Chelsea to the Manchester City Academies, Olise was born and brought up in London to a Nigerian father and a French-Algerian mother. Alright, the last player on my list is Paul Kubasi. His Barcelona teammate Lamine Yamal was the sensation of Euro 2024 despite only 2017 on the eve of Spain's final triumph against England. Centre-back Kubasi is a few months older, having celebrated his 17th birthday in January, but is comfortably the youngest player in Spain's Olympic squad, named by coach Santi Denia. A revelation of Barcelona last season, Kubasi just missed out on a place in Spain's squad at the Euros, but has been a regular at the Olympics in central defense. And we have a hero to play up against the French attack of Mateta, Olise, veteran captain Alexander Lacazette. We're still talking about the Olympics on the foreign scene. According to Hudson Smith, he says he wants to shock the world. Matthew Hudson Smith knows that as well, that when the greatest prizes are decided by mere fraction, perspective is everything. But Matthew Hudson Smith says he's ready and he wants to shock the world. Let's see if that will come to reality. American Noah Lilly has the chance to become the first man since Usain Bolt to complete an Olympic sprint double after qualifying for the 200-meter final at Paris 2024. Lilly's 100-meter gold by 5,000ths of a second from Jamaica's Keisha Thompson in a dramatic photo finish on Sunday. The 27-year-old winner of 3 gold at last year's World Championships finished second in his 200-meter semi-final, 20.08 seconds for Botswana. To Botswana Leslie Tebogo, 100-meter silver and 200-meter bronze medalist. Talking about Tebogo, set the fastest time of the round at Stade de France on Wednesday evening, clocking 19.96 seconds. The Olympics men's 200-meter final takes place today at exactly 7:30. Kenneth Bednarek of the United States also set a faster time than Lilly in 20.00 seconds. Her compatriot Ariel 19, who upgraded to 100-meter silver last year, also safely progressed. But Canada's athlete, talking about Andre De Grasse, did not defend his title in the final after finishing third in his race at 20.41. The Olympic 200-meter bronze winner 3 years ago, Lilly claimed 100-meter and also 200 meter 4x100 meter gold in Budapest last year. Following that achievement, when he became the first man since both in 2015 to complete a 100 meter and 200 meter world double, he claimed he could look to add the 4x400 meter relay title to that treble all in Paris. Let's see if that's going to happen. Jamaica sprint legend Usain Bolt completed individual sprint double at 3 successive Olympic Games among his 8 titles, adding relay gold in 2012 and 2016. Only 9 men have achieved that double in the history of the Games. Noah Lyles became the first American to win Olympics 100 meter title for 20 years since Justin Gatlin in 2004 with his narrow triumph. And let's not forget that Justin Gatlin was retired by Usain Bolt. For those of you that watched the previous Olympics, apart from that 2004, we'll talk about Beijing 2008 and London 2012. Alright, let's talk about tennis. Rafael Nadal has put out of this month's US Open, saying he will not be able to give his 100%. According to Nadal, Rafael Nadal, who lost to Novak Djokovic in the Paris Olympic singles and reached the doubles quarterfinals alongside partner Carlos Alcaraz, has only played the US Open once since 2019. The 38-year-old spinner did not confirm any specific injury or health concern, but said he had decided not to compete in New York. Alright, British number 1 Katie Porter reached the second round of the Canadian Open as compatriot Ariel Dad was knocked out. Katie Porter won 6-4, 3-6, 6-1 against American Benda Pera, who is ranked 80th in the world, at Sobe Stadium in Toronto. And on Thursday, which is today, she will meet Brazilian world number 22. Talking about Beatrice Haddad Maia, whom she beat on the way to winning the San Diego Open in March. British number 3, Ariel Dad went down to 3-6, 6-3, 6-7, 2-7 to Russia's world number 24, Diana Schneider. That ended up place in the main draw as a lucky loser, having been taken off in a wheelchair when she retired with cramp in qualifying match on Monday. Schneider will play Poland Magna Lena Freck in the second round. America former world number 1 Naomi Osaka beat Tunisia night seed Ons Jabbar 63-61. A victory over a top 20 opponent this year following a return from maternity leave. While it seems obvious, this result, it's obvious that Ons Jabbar, a Tunisia tennis player, will always find it difficult to win against our cultural rivals. Alright, quickly, let's talk about Formula 1. A teenage racing driver from Northern Ireland has been offered a dream opportunity to be part of Formula 1 team, talking about Red Bull's Racing Academy. Fionn McLaughlin, 16 years of age, recently came through a hugely competitive evaluation week as one of the 11 invited candidates from the United Kingdom, Ireland, France, Italy, Netherlands, Sweden, Lebanon, and Mexico. From this aspiring group, the first drivers selected to join the program were McLaughlin, a Swedish driver talking about Scott Lindblom. The 3-day event consisted of prospective young drivers trying and testing open-wheel Formula 4 and Grand Prix 3. Formula 4 and Grand Prix 3 racing cars in a shootout format at the Jerez circuit in Spain. The new talent joined the same path as current Formula 1 drivers Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, and Daniel Ricciardo in taking part in the Red Bull Junior Driver Development Program. Alright, back to football. Here is the breaking news as Chelsea have completed the signing of Boca Juniors defender Aaron Esemino in a £15.6 million deal. The 19-year-old has signed a 7-year contract at Stamford Bridge but will remain on loan at the Argentine club for the 2024-2025 season as part of the agreement. He made his debut for Boca Juniors in June 2023 and has made 10 appearances in total. Firmino signed a contract extension in January 2024 and tied him to the club until 2028. So far this summer, Chelsea have spent approximately £150 million on midfielders, talking about Kenan Desiree-Hall, Renato Veiga, and Omari Kellyman, goalkeeper Philip Jorgensen, defenders Tosin Adarabioyo and Caleb Wiley, also winger Tavio Williams, striker Maguire. About £19 million has been recouped through sales of Iron Medicine. With all and Omari Hutchinson, Michael Nogayaga is expected to join Atletico Madrid for £33 million. The Blues are in market for a striker and are keen on Atletico Madrid forward Samu Amorodion. Chelsea start their 2024 campaign, 2024 to 2025 Premier League campaign against champions Manchester City on the 18th of August. Let's see what this new signing effect it will take on Chelsea. Alright, before I wrap up the show, talking about Conor Gallagher, Chelsea midfielder Conor Gallagher proposed move to Atletico Madrid has hit a roadblock. It was reported that Move has suffered a setback due to his agent fees. The Blues have reportedly agreed a €40 million deal to sell the midfielder to Los Roger Blackhawks this summer. Personal terms also agreed. Let's not forget that the England international is in the final year of his contract with Chelsea and is reluctant to sign a new deal. The Englishman was billed to travel to Spain for his medical with the La Liga giant this week. However, it appears that transfer is stuck due to his agent commission demands, and now the 24-year-old has failed to arrive for his medical, and the move remains uncertain. Real Madrid on Wednesday reacted to the death of their former player Eduardo Chato Gonzalez. The reigning UEFA Champions League holders expressed their condolences to Gonzalez's family over his death. In a statement via its website, Los Blancos said it regrets the passing of Gonzalez, who died at the age of 80. Alright, the jump forward, Real Messi is set to join Strasbourg. Both clubs have agreed a €1 million deal for the 17-year-old to include add-ons and a 10% sell-on clause. Messi is part of Real name, not a nickname. Real Messi joined the John Youth Academy from Sales in 2022 and made his first team debut on the 5th of April this year. He is the youngest ever scorer at the age of 16 years and 325 days. The regular youth international for France under 17 setup. Alright, Bayer Leverkusen manager Xabi Alonso has said he expects Arsenal and Liverpool to compete for the Premier League title against Manchester City. Alonso was speaking to the media after his team lost 4-1 to Gunners in a preseason friendly on Wednesday evening. Arsenal missed out again last term, finishing 2 points behind Manchester City in the title race. Mikel Arteta has since added only Ricardo Calafiori to that team. Calafiori, however, did not feature in the game, which was won thanks to goals from Alexander Chichenko, Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, and Kai Havertz. When asked whether Arsenal will again compete for the league title, Alonso said, Arsenal for sure, not just last year. They've been creating a project. Mikel is building a great team at a great club. They are going to be challenging with the big ones for sure. City will be there. Liverpool are coming with other ones as well. Alright, as are the latest news before entering the studio, it was reported that Liverpool and Chelsea might be up for fight to sign Real Sociedad midfielder, talking about Martin Zubimendi. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the show talking about Sporter. My name is James Oluwaduro Timi Aremu. Join me again tomorrow. Do have a lovely evening. Au revoir.